Hey everybody, it's Billy at Bakersfield Tough. Man, I'm out here at Lake Success in our second part of our two-part series, Old Boat versus New Boat. That's right, a couple of days ago we were on a $120,000 G23 2016. That thing's probably about $150,000, $160,000 new. It was unbelievable, man. We had a great time out there at Lake Nacimiento, but today we're gonna be looking at this boat, a 2008 Malibu VLX. Now, obviously, this thing isn't going to be as nice as that boat. We know that going in. But the difference is the price. Is it worth it to upgrade? That's something that you guys are going to have to figure out. We'll show you what this boat has, and then you can decide, should I upgrade it to a newer boat, or should I stick with a little bit older school boat that's more economical? So hang on, and let's have some fun. All right, well, let's get into it. This is a 2008 Malibu Wakesetter. Good condition. I would consider this as good a condition as you can get. And you're gonna spend between $40,000 and $50,000 on something like this if you had to go buy it, right? Now, this has quite a bit of upgrades that you're probably gonna spend more on the upgrades than you can get back out of it, but we're gonna compare it with the upgrades that we've done to the G23. Okay, so the first noticeable difference looking from here is the wheel and tire. Now, in 2008, they weren't really putting 18-inch rims and tires on boat trailers, right? They were just putting trailer tires on boat trailers. So we've upgraded here. It actually tows really nice now, but we had to put a wider fender on it. So that's about a $2,000 bill right there, right? So now we're at 42, right? Let's just say 42. So let's go to the back here and we'll look at this. This was upgraded to a C deck. This is the same material that you'll see in the newer boats on the flooring, but we have it on the swim step and we have it on the top step. That right there is probably about a $500 bill. So for math purposes, we've got $2,500 in the trailer and the C deck. Now with an older boat, the upholstery is probably gonna be haggard a little bit, right? And because I'm a perfectionist, I can't have that. So we reupholstered the boat. It looks like new, but it also costs us about $5,000, right? And then add on the carpet and you have about $7,500, okay? So roughly with the upholstery, the new carpet, the C deck, the trailer, you're a $10,000 bill, right? Right there. So now we're at, let's just say $50,000 on that boat, okay? Now, we've got a couple more upgrades, and that is the stereo, which is a really nice stereo. In fact, I will argue that this is a better stereo than what was on the G23. This has 4 Rev 10s, Wet Sounds amps, and it's roughly about $4,000. So we're at $14,000 in upgrades. And then you add on a couple other things in the boat that we added, like cleaning some things up, having some things re-chromed. I think we re-powder coated some of these brackets. So roughly, let's just say $15,000 in upgrades on a $40,000 boat. That puts us at, what is that? $55,000 for a 2008 VLX. Now, we've got a number now. So now we have a hard number on a nice boat, nice older boat, right? But there's one more thing that we have to do to make it so we can surf that really that G23 didn't need, and that is ballast. That means fat sacks that we fill up with water. You're gonna spend probably about $800 in fat sacks. You're gonna put 1,000 on the front and you're gonna put a couple thousand in the back. And so by the time you're done, let's just call it 1,000, you know, for everything. So let's just say $16,000 in upgrades puts us at $56,000. Okay, that's our number right there. $56,000 for this boat versus a G23 at $120,000, okay? So let's get them on the water. Let's see what they can do now that we know the price spread, right, on that stuff. So let's get them in the water and let's see if that difference in that price is worth it. Okay, we got all the sacks on. So this is one more thing you're gonna have to add on to an older boat, right? If you saw the G23, we didn't have to add this stuff into the bow. This one we do. So we're gonna lose all that seating up there. That can become a problem if you have a lot of people. I guess if you have enough people, man, you can have them sit up here. But for the most part, you're gonna need some kind of weight up here, even with the ballast in the boat, right? Because if you don't have this, the boat's gonna be real nose high and you're not gonna get a wave you want. So let's go to the back. Now under here, under this locker on the left side, you know, we're full, man. You lose all that, everything under here. I got one big 400-pound bag in the locker. And then back here, you saw the G23, we tried to add weight in the back, but it really wasn't that good. It was better just to leave it out. Well, that's the opposite case here. We need to load it up. So we put 900 pounds here, and then 500 over there. Of course, we got no room here for any kind of storage at all. So what room we do have for vests and stuff will come on this side on top of the bag. Right now, these bags are not, these are plumbed into the system, so we're actually using the stock pumps. That's a good thing, I guess. So that's that. So you lose quite a bit of real estate and storage with the older boats, trying to make them wake surf boats. I'm gonna try to get a shot too from the outside, because I want to show you how low this thing sits in the water. The first time you see it, it's kind of, whoa, we're pretty low, you know, and that's why the newer boats are so tall. They sit out of the water quite a bit more, you know, so you really got to be careful. Plus, you know, there's a warning on the inside here. It says, don't put more than 75 pounds in, you know, and I'm sure that's just something to save their butt, but still, you're putting 900 pounds, not 75 pounds. So pretty interesting. Okay, so the last piece of the puzzle is this. This is something that you have to add to the side of the boat. It's a suction cup deal. This is a surf gate, and it will form the wave. You cannot surf without it, or you can, it would just be horrible. So this has to go on, where the people with the newer boats just flip a switch and the gate flips out. So that's another thing different with a new boat and old boat. So let's see if we can get the wave though. That's what it's all about. Can we get a good wave out of it? With all this stuff put in, we sacrificed the space, we sacrificed the storage. Can we get a good wave out of an old wakeboard boat? Let's check it out. So here we are. This is the wave of a 2008 VLX. Pretty good, man. This shape, this is right out of the box, wedge all the way down. Man, I gotta say, I like the shape. Now, it's not gonna have as much push, even though it may look better than the G23 at times. It's just not as much push because it's not as heavy as a boat. But I can't wait to get out there. Let's get the girls out there. Let's see what it's doing.
I hear the drown, hear them calling me. I hold my ground, but I'm lost at sea. The winds of time pull me off my track. It's hard to stay, hard to not look back. Whoa. Where the years go. Whoa. Where the dreams blow. Like the matches, drink my friend. Cast the ashes, all dreams must end. Lie, 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 like the matches. Drink, 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 my friend. Lie, 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 like the matches. Drink, 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 drinks must end.
All right, so let's take a look at the inside of a 2008 Malibu. Of course, it's 10 years old. Still looks pretty slick. I mean, it doesn't look too dated. We just had the upholstery change. We changed the color design a little bit, but kept the original design. And it doesn't look too bad, actually. In fact, I kind of like the color scheme and I like the design. As we mentioned before on the G23, one thing that we are lacking, though, is the depth in the hull. A little tighter. We still got some room in there, but a little tighter. But the stereo system, this is an upgrade from the G23, what came on its stock. These are the Wet Sounds amps. These are definitely more powerful than what was on the G23 stock. And of course, we have the Rev 10s up there. And then we have a Free Air 12 Wet Sounds, pretty decent speaker. The boats themselves can do some pretty sophisticated stuff, even for 2008. You've got electronic wedge, you can control that from the driver's seat. You also have the Perfect Pass. You can set the mile an hour where you want to go. So like, let's say you want to go 11.2. You don't have to worry about buddies that don't know how to tow, man. They can't really screw that up. You can program for riders. So let's say you have different people that like different wake boarding or wake surfing. You can have their names in there and set it all. So really the only difference between this and some of the new ones is that they have LED screens, and these kind of have LCD, I don't know, is that LCD, whatever it is. So that's the only difference. It still looks nice. It's just, it doesn't have the colorful LCD screen, you know, whether that's good or bad. Everything else though, you know, not too bad actually. So for less money, you're not totally out. And these are of course the Rev 10s, you know, these are pretty slick right here. Not the cheapest thing, but nice upgrade for an older boat.
I don't want a one night stand. I'm in no fashion, you man. Never thought I'd turn her down. I'm caught in a cyclone. Sweeping breezes on my phone, seeking love in a ghost town. But I see the way you turn and looking at me. Your eyes are calling like a taxi. I want more than just a ride. And the rising sun, will you lay with me? When the night is done, will you stay with me? When the somber sun, will you show me? When the moonlight's gone, will you wake with me? 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 I know I'm a dying breed. Something real is all I need. And all these fake games had me down. But I swear, the way you're doing up your lashes, you got me lit up like some magic. Wanna wipe you up right now. And the rising sun, will you lay with me? When the night is done, will you stay with me? When the somber sun, will you show me? When the moonlight's gone, will you wake with me? Will you wake with me? Will you wake with me? Will you wake with me?
Well, hopefully that was enough. I had to cut it short because there's lightning strikes going on everywhere around this lake, and I kind of felt sketchy being in the water, to be honest with you. It's not something I wanted to do, and I think the Rangers are kicking everybody out of the water. I didn't expect this, man. The weather didn't say it was going to be this. But anyway, that's our look at a older wake surf boat versus a new one. My honest opinion, and you know, like I said, I love my buddy's boat. He's one of my best friends, and you know, at the end of the day, those are killer boats, but that doesn't mean that you can't have fun on an older boat. Yeah, you have to do a few things to tweak, but as you saw, man, we have a killer wave, and they're very comparable. I know a lot of people will say, oh, new boats, man, they blow away the older ones, but I'm telling you, I would give an honest opinion that the older boat, this one right here, is very comparable to my buddy's G23. But anyway, there it is. Thank you for watching this series. If you didn't catch one, go watch number one, and throw us, if you're on YouTube, go give us a subscribe and a like and all that, whatever they do there, and the bell and all that stuff. And if you haven't gone over there and checked out our YouTube, go support us there. And thanks for watching us on Facebook, man. Thanks for all the support you guys have been giving us lately. It's really cool. And hopefully we can expand and grow and bring you better, cool videos like this, a little bit outside the box. So anyway, thank you for watching. This is Billy at Baker's Hill Tap.
I hold my ground, but I'm lost at sea. The winds of time pull me off my track.